This evening with Meta Joker. We have got a wonderful guest with us today. And well, let me allow him to introduce himself and do the talking. So briefly introduce yourself and other members of your team, and also tell us what Meta Joker is all about.
Okay, sure thing. Who's behind the project, right? And who are we? So, there are five of us at this stage. We're all from Ukraine. And given the stage, given the current situation in our country, we believe that it's very important to talk about peace, while currently is the hardest thing to talk about, and also about love. And there's only a few reasons for it. Um, so, five of us, uh, Dmitry Zilot is the founders who actually came with an idea. Me, Artem, Anton, and Andrew. We began to work over the project, creating our demo website, maintain OpenSea, and later with on the NFT marketplace, Gate.io released the game Joker Smiling NFT. That's the one we're gonna talk about, and we're gonna talk about this later. So, therefore, the founder of the project himself is Dmitry Zilot. The idea actually came to life through him. Be united together by yoga and by the Era Nova community, we decided to unite our efforts and bring the values of the project to the world. So also, we have a group of meta psychologists who are standing behind the Meta Joker project, whose efforts and energy may be formulas that we're going to talk later on, be represented in crypto world by the NFT mascots of the Meta Joker. Um, Speaking of the Meta Joker itself, what is in general Meta Joker? It began with an idea that our population lives in a consumer format of society and strives for self-destruction both in general and in particular. In a sense, our daily reality en masse had become very similar to the most book dystopia, where mindfulness and the foundation of basic ethics are not available to a society. In a sense, the lower classes do not want to live in the old way, when the top classes, India, on the other hand, cannot manage in the new way. Thus, this flagrantly small part of the society that is conscious and ethical is either unable to convey the paradigm of the rest to the rest, or simply doesn't want to, locking in its small, comfortable world, occasionally touching the rest of the society only in the framework of extreme necessity and nothing more. So this simply revolutionary environment had become a reason that made the Meta Joker project come to life as a platform of methods and ways. So what methods and ways we're talking about? A, on development of awareness, self-awareness. B, psychotherapeutic methods of correcting traumatic conditions that often simply cannot be realized by a person due to the lack of awareness itself, as a state of internal contemplation and assessment of their condition. C, raising the level of confidence in one's mental and intellectual powers. D, development of subtle states, the states of feeling of mental revelation, or as they're now called, insights, which in fact is clairaudience. And E, increasing the energy efficiency of one's subtle plan, or in plain language, soul. In other words, the Meta Joker occupies the niche of crypto yoga or the crypto church of the 21st century, the niche that is not yet filled in this brave new age that there are only quite a few people entering the crypto with the old mindset of the ongoing generation. And their ethics in crypto space require calibrations and ethical regulation. A kind of situation when Jews who came out of slavery from Egypt into the promised land under the Moses, when it was necessary for the entire generation that was slaves to die out, when their slave with their slave mindset. So the new generation did not have the metastases of slavery in its DNA. Thankfully, we don't need anyone to die now. The benefits of the new time allow us to reach a new level of consciousness, as the result, a new round of evolution of consciousness within the framework of current life. In other words, the Meta Joker offers an acceleration of evolution of consciousness under the requirements of the new wave covering us that we all call crypto and Web 3.0. This is basic idea that we're trying to cover now.
It's good. Thank you so much for that. And now, next, let's have you tell us. Are there any unique features Meta Joker has to offer that makes it unique and stand out from others out there? Tell us.
Yes, definitely. The unique features that we offer to the crypto community is the new, as we already covered, the idea of ethical regulation of crypto. And how we're going to do this? We're going to use P2B method, and we're going to describe how it works. So the P2B is a game that you play to bring a benefit to yourself via the method provided and benefit to the rest of the world by sharing its core values further. So a win-win situation. And it works as a pay-forward principle. So P2B is a mechanics that touches, first of all, your core values, your inner self, your soul. With these being said, it is done via NFT. Also, it's come from the golden rule of morality. This is the game when oneself that start to play with his or her consciousness, subconsciousness, attain and bring benefits to the values. That values cannot be simply expressed with numbers, but crucial for one's self-development and touches core values of such a player. Therefore, values that cannot be simply touched or measured now can be represented and moreover spread via NFT. And it can be implemented in one's life. Unlike earnings tokens that simply cannot use the RWA principle, the real world assets principle, and remain only behind the screen with its value tends to zero, we offer, on the other hand, to become a part of new way that we call meta mining, when P2B creates a token that's value holds within the human inner efforts. And unlike being left there behind the screen, this one a player can use in DAO, that we're going to talk later on, voting for a project represented. In other words, P2B provides with the methods to show you how to play your world, build a chain of events you favor, and develop yourself. This is what we name crypto psychologist office or crypto church of the 21st century. So one of the things we want to talk about is energetic centers of human, because every single NFT mascot is tied to the energetic center of the human body that sometimes people call chakra. So of course, it implies to yoga. So how does the crypto and yoga match? So the uniqueness of MetaJoker project is by its ethical regulation, which is declared in principle of crypto, that is trust via technology that is used as the crutches before we will be able to obtain trust via ethics. So yoga, in this case, yoga of mind or mantra yoga, is used as the method to upgrade humans' ethics and interaction inside this society, having the peace of mind. Also, we speak of the golden rule, the ethics, as the part of the new era mentality where we embrace changes, act with tolerance and love to one another through keeping our personal world undisclosed and secure at the same time. And crypto helps us with it. This is how we see the world in new era. Where kindness and is intertwined with strictness and discipline, justice and love, and as the part of one approach in human interactions. We, of course, can speak more about chakras and how does they work, but let me be briefly here and tell about the ethic regulation. How can be this implied? Why it's important? So let's dive in to the very beginning of crypto, that is Bitcoin and the Byzantine principle specifically. So the Byzantine general's principle is the analogy used to describe the difficulties of reaching consensus of distributed system, right? And as you must have been acquainted with this idea already, being in crypto, everyone, that is about a potential solution for the problem is for the commander to send a command to attack or retreat to all the generals. Upon receipt, each general must decide whether to attack or retreat and send their vote back to the commander and to all other generals. Each general collects votes from the other general, and if any are not consistent, they ignore the votes from the dissenting generals. The generals use the majority to choose whether to attack or retreat, send the decision back to the commander, and it is executed. So it goes through check. So let's look how this idea develops itself in crypto by ethical implementation. Now, with having a crypto ledgers in all the systems intact, next step is to make Byzantine principle work with ethics of the majority of the crypto community, where being in crypto is obliging you to follow high moral principles about assets movements. How can this be reached anyway? If not for one's high self-esteem, high bioenergetic level, high income, and that naturally flows, high principles implemented into one's consciousness, such as religion or philosophy, or just general humanity codes, such as a golden rule, yoga, philanthropy, you name it. So you say, what is the importance of the golden rule? How that is in the crypto now? What is it exactly? Let me tell you. Let's recall the Byzantine principle we just spoken before. And it's been proved by many crypto professionals. It works only and only when 2/3 of all the network users are not corrupted. Being on the edge of the brave new world that crypto leads us on, this thin ice of the new beginnings is quite thin and it can be easily broken. Thus, it's our responsibility as the part of the bigger crypto community to maintain and enforce its workability. Of course, anything cannot be done overnight. This is why we're here. It takes time. We can destroy our new crypto future by ignoring the simple topic and try to do the same thing as we did before. Like, as I said, people with outgoing generation mindset comes to crypto and they still trying to get this old world working further. And also we can ensure its arrival by becoming a part of this movement that the Meta Joker offers us, the new future. How can all this be done by NFT? You can say, okay, go and see. There are formulas and the 3 rules how to use it daily. Yes, you can start it with by yourself, and you'll see how your entire world will change. Definitely, this new mindset can only be done by renewal our mind, reinventing ourselves within the new vision of life through eternal principles of unity, love, justice, and respect to yourself and to one another. So, same as the golden rule states. The first, treat others as you would like them to treat you in return. 2, do not treat others in ways that you would not like to be treated yourself. And 3, what you wish others would do, you do yourself first. And hope it answered the entire mass of this question we have from you. Hello?
That's fine. Thank you so much for that. Sorry, I didn't know I was muted. So next now, let's have you tell us in details about some of the utilities in your ecosystem.
Okay. So as we said before, we have NFT, we have implemented crypto regulation and yoga into via NFT into crypto. So the joke, and we have the game Joker Smile that is actually the first project the Meta Joker brings. The Joker Smile works on the basis of the principles of mantra yoga or psychotherapeutic formulas affirmations, or in other words, mantras that affect a particular chakra and its properties implemented in its representative part of the human body. They are implemented via NFT. There are 7 such of NFT mascots, as well as 7 manifested chakras in the human body or energy center, you name it yourself, represented by the colors of the rainbow. These formulas are read every morning right after you wake up. And for the 7 weeks, you do this and then resell it further to the other players of this meta game. Since the issue of NFT Mascots Meta Joker is limited to 777 units due to the number of the fortune, they have to be passed forward over and over. Thus, the game starts. In the image of the movie Paid Forward, where what has brought a benefit to you, you pass on to the ones who needs it, as if you go into the cafe, would pay for a cup of tea for the one who would not have for it. So we began to call this format P2B we mentioned before. Since you play with your life in accordance with ethical rules of the golden rule, receiving a benefit and passing it on, thus treating your neighbor as you would like to be treated yourself in return. And you would ask us, okay, fine, that's correct, that's fine. What is NFT mascot anyway? The NFT mascot in its form is the same NFT as any others, but unlike the usual NFT, it contains energy and thus informational value, like a mascot protecting its owner and endowing his activities with the qualities and properties in interaction with the environment, and they are inserted in it by the creator of such a mascot. So the mascot that interacts with energy centers of the human body, in other words, chakras, it favorably and harmoniously structures the chakra, leading its activity and the capacity potential with the life, energy, in other words, prana. The optimal indicators laid down by our creator. And also, we monitor initiatives such as XNFT, which are aimed for improving NFT for convenience and security for the crypto community, and how we can apply it for the maximum openness and security for the project.
That's fine. Thank you, Senior. So in terms of partnerships now, who are your partners and what partners are you currently working on?
Mm-hmm. Partners, for now, speaking of the partnership, we have several companies that are we already spoken about being partners of us, and one of these are KuCoin. Now we are represented in our one of the partners, Gate.io. Also, we are represented there in the OpenSea, speaking of. And also, we have several of our freelancers who are actually develop our project as we speak. And we are also open for any partnership further. For now, this is just 2 companies and several freelancers.
That's cool. So lastly, talking about global expansions, what are your future plans?
Mm-hmm. So plans, let's say, actually plans are coming, logically coming from the goals of the project. So one of the goals we are trying to achieve is to interact via crypto for the crypto community to bring the values of the creative society in motion. So as we already spoken about the everything that we are using, we're using NFT mascots where we have utility behind them as the energy. And this is where comes the next step. The next step is to make a mobile app that will start such a thing as such a thing as meta mining. So meta mining simply comes from the idea that some things that cannot be touched, that cannot be measured, can be now represented in crypto. And our roadmap covers this as the follows. So the development. The first year of the project, we'll launch the NFT mascots in 7 colors of 777 each of them, in total of 5,439. With having spreading information about the project in media, Telegram, Twitter, through partners and friends of MetaJoker, as well as right now here. The second year, we'll launch mobile application for voting in DAO and meta mining. Also, we'll launch the DAO platform itself for charity initiatives and DAO itself, and also various charity organizations, as we mentioned before. The third year, we issue supplemental NFTs for the main NFT mascots, where yoga elements and various therapeutic practices are launched through NFTs for everyday use. And the fourth year is we're gonna take an artist competition for a Joker art community. So far we have like 4-year plan, and moving forward, we're gonna develop much more. So one of the key factors here is the mobile application. Mobile application will be tied to the NFT. So the NFT is the entrance key for the mobile application that you use to produce the meta mining. When you read this formula every morning, and once you do this, you press the red button, we call it. And this red button has 7 minutes for you to cite the formula. Once you're done, you press it again, and thus the benefit token is minted, is created on your account specifically. And with this token, you are going to vote for DAO. You're going to participate in voting for DAO projects. That is DAO. We're gonna make as the platform for the most of the charity organizations who are not yet represented in crypto. And thus we are making you as the part of the bigger party. You can make a difference. And it actually doesn't cost you anything but your self-discipline and your self-development. And via your self-development, you make a world better. So this is what double benefit we are talking about. Benefit of your inner self and the benefit to the world. And here we actually come to this such a thing as creative society. Like, what is creative society anyways? Let me say, today, as we speak, we live in the consumer society. What is that? That's a certain money supply that is created in the volume, proportions, and distributed that are objectively suboptimal, which is distributed exclusively in excess for only for the narrow circle of people who stands in the origins of such an format itself. Of such a format. So at the same time, the majority of the planetary population involved in labor activities having a minimum remuneration for the labor. Such a compensation is far from the concept of proportionality and adequacy. So, and when 95% of assets are possessed by 1% of the population, being an inert financial mass, the principle of harmony and balance is violated and requires restoration. So this whole picture of the world can also be added by the corrupt nature of person who plays the game king of the hills, tries to possess great wealth only for the comfort of his bloated ego. Instead of creating spiritual, creative, or material values for the benefit of the whole world, living a better world to its heirs. In such a society, financial institutions produce processes exclusively within the framework of the paradigm of the consumerism and operate for the benefit of a closed elite circle only. And it does not display the interest of the most of the world's population. That is what consumer society is all about. A creative society, in turn, is built on the principle of law reciprocity, the golden rule of morality, having in our century the means of the crypto joker industry and the old financial institutions to which the hand of the corrupt, quote, official can reach are not really that necessary already. Blockchain tools allow us to distribute financial flows and bypass them, the third parties and organizations, being a true P2P world, peer-to-peer. Any abuse is available for tracking by any member of crypto as it's available for verification in the blockchain. Thus, all the provisional massive assets expressed in certain material and intangible values, the means of their production, resources, etc., are distributed expediently and proportionately. With this distribution, the financial mass is active and creates benefits for the whole world. It is also possible, by the way, in this format of financial relations within the society to speak of terms such as unconditional guaranteed income, UGI, which ensures acceptable existence for each and every member of the society, regardless of its type of labor activity. Moreover, for those who provide their physical or creative labor in favor of this society, receives even more than that. This is an adequate, actually, format that the golden rule being implemented practically, as some of Holy Scriptures tells us that give and it shall be given to you, or it's more blessed to give than to receive. Here I'm talking more about the economy and relations than about politics and religion. The topic is still rather broad, so we can put the discussion off for the next meeting anyways.
But that was a lot of information. We're glad we have a record so you can stay up to date for those who missed. So that will be all for the first part of the email. Now, we'd love to take a few questions from Twitter. Are you ready for Spark as well?
Sure.
Okay, the first thing says, would your platform that is MetaJoker be suitable for crypto beginners, or would it be limited only for professional users? And also someone is asking the same question. It says, what's the role of the token in the ecosystem?
Mm-hmm. Okay, and that's actually a beautiful question for, as I remember when I just entered the crypto, it was super hard, super new, and it was a little bit confusing at some point. And the good news that our platform is pretty easy. For now, as we're still developing the mobile app and DAO, we are represented in NFT marketplaces. So this is the first and convenient, easy to use step that we can offer you. NFT marketplace. All you need to do is to verify yourself via Web 3.0 ledger and just go in. So this platform you can use for now is NFT marketplace. You can buy the one of 7 NFTs and start using it according to the gains of the rules of the game. The rules of the game will be represented. I will ask Artyom, can you please send the link of our website so people can see them, where are the rules, and implement them as we speak during the interaction with the NFT mascot. So the NFT mascot can be bought. It's used during the 7 weeks and then in resold further. So you're not losing it technically. You're just paying it, you're giving it forward, because already the benefit that this mascot is giving you, it's already within you. You can move further as you move from the first chakra up to the last. There are 7. So it's not that hard, because most of the tools are already in use by the crypto community.
Thank you, Siglas.
Sorry, forgotten to mention where we can buy it. We can buy it on Gate.io and OpenSea so far.
Thank you so much for that. That takes us to the next one now, which says, are there plans to develop, let me just read out so that it's easy. It's in that wants to develop this project also for PC users. Probably maybe this person wants the app or the PC. Maybe that's why he's asking.
Okay, speaking of the platforms, as we already touched this topic, we are about to we're developing a mobile app as we speak on Android and iOS. So speaking of the web, PC users and the web framework that we can use it, this is the good question. We are already spoken with the team about this, and we think that it will be fair, first of all, to develop it on mobile apps so everybody can use it in some kind of conveniency. And then the next step that we are developing the website like for PC users who are not yet having access to mobile phones, because some countries, they just provide limited resources for their population, and we can understand it. So we, of course, having the peace of mind about this part. So the web version is going to be released anyways.
And so, well, let's wait until it's here. The next one is about safety and security. This user is asking, it says, how safe and secure is MetaJoker?
Okay, speaking of the security, we already said that we are monitoring the X NFT tools for now, because it's only at early stage of the development, and we are trying to see if it will be suitable for increasing the security for the NFT, because we believe that NFT holds the potential to become a paperwork of the new generation, that we're not gonna go to the offices anyways. All these things we need for convenient social life will be represented via NFT. But so far the technology is rather raw. So we are waiting for the X NFT to be something we can actually practically implement into our project as well. Speaking of the, speaking of the legal side of the project, that it can provide security within the third party, as the government, as the banks, as financial institution, courts, and so forth. So let me just mention that the crypto tries to carry out the activities beyond the processes associated with the state politics and power, and thus be a true P2P tool without intermediaries. Well, the security of crypto interactions is provided by smart contracts. That is much more reliable system than the paper agreements. That is always about the human factor. Throw a stone into me if you disagree with that. Nevertheless, at this stage of our society development, in the light of crypto, such interaction is the forced necessity, and the MetaJoker as the project acts with understanding of the current state of affairs. At this time, our lawyer specializing in crypto project is preparing a document guaranteeing the rights and obligations of the project. So rest assured, we will post more detailed information on our social network as soon as this document is ready.
To stay updated, we've done by joining their social media so that you would know leave all these updates as they roll in. Now, the next one says, what do you think is the best strategy that you can do to use to bring in more users to your project? And what makes you feel so confident about the survival of Meta Joker in the nearest future?
Thank you. What means can we implement? We can offer something that is much more than the cryptocurrency holds right now. Not just more, but it's additional part. It's like inevitable part of development of crypto. We are not just speaking of ledgers that is already, thanks to Bitcoin, is existing, and we're using it, and it works all right. We are going to talk about something that every single person, every single human person needs, is this peace of mind, the state where your life is covered 360. What is that? It's your safety, is your safety of that supports by your assets, and of course your peace. Because when peace and safety is done, you can move further up to this pyramid. As you know, you can reach something more spiritual things, more ethical things. You can not talk about something that like a shaky ground you cannot put your house on. So we as the project, the Meta Joker, we are offering the meta psychologist office in crypto. We're offering a crypto church or mosque in crypto. We're offering the spiritual, the self, the intellectual, the psychological development throughout crypto via NFT. It's simply and plain. It's easier than everybody even thought about it. And of course, I know it's unconventional because we already, as the part of the consumer society, we are so acquainted that every single thing has to be touched, has to hold the value that holds by the fiat currency. But excuse me, Bitcoin already proved that fiat currency is about to leave, and as Bitcoin will become the new currency, or maybe not Bitcoin, but a lot of ecosystem that is built already around it. So we believe, and who amongst our listeners right now, if you hold a company or you're part of the company, especially in the Western world, you know how valuable when you or your employees go to the therapist and fix their peace of mind so they can work more efficient. Their life is becoming more efficient. Their relationship with the family become more efficient, more lovely. Their interaction with the society become more and more ethical. Because let's just for 1 second go back to the medieval time. The ethics of medieval people were much more or less than now, and we wouldn't survive there even for 5 minutes. We'll be dead in no time. So now we live in a perfect world comparing to the past, and I believe we can make even the better world. Furthermore, if we're gonna treasure, if we understand the value of the human soul, and this NFT. This NFT project holds the core values that actually can not just afflict your ledger, but your soul, your intellectual part, and your conscious.
Thank you so much for that. And that takes us to the next and the last one from Twitter now, which says, are there plans for you to start a staking program?
Excuse me, which one? Can you please repeat it?
Yes, the last question is, are there plans for you to start a staking program on your Meta Joker?
So the staking program, we have plans for not just staking, as we said, not just only. We're not planning to make a classical conventional staking. We are going to use the token that you mint during the meta mining. You mint in your app, and you use it for voting for the project. Then the project, one of the charity organization or our own or the Meta Joker Strands project, when it's voted, we get all these tokens to the crypto exchange. We sell it, and this money that every single coin, every dime can be double checked within the crypto blockchain, because nothing is going to leave that. And we put these assets into the charity project, and it's going to happen. So how we're gonna get this is your staking, because you, as the part of the voters, is gonna have some percent that rather brought due to the big sums that most of the United Nations or Red Cross charity organizations already hold. Because sometimes to cover some water supply in some distant districts of Africa, it takes tons of money, and we understand it. And we think if you are going to become, as a community, the part that will make a difference at some hopeless parts of our world, I think, and we believe as a team, that you deserve some amount of the sum that already be sounded in that charity activity. Moreover, as we speak, it's airdrop going on Gate.io, so you can get the basic price of our NFT is $77.7. You can buy the conditional NFT that we have from red to purple due to the rainbow colors. And now you can get the airdrop of one of the out of collection NFTs that you can actually start using right now as we speak. All you need to do is to subscribe in our X, the former Twitter. Subscribe. You can subscribe our Telegram and subscribe Gate.io, and you are going to get this NFT. You're gonna use it every day, and then you can actually get even profit out of it, because you need to resell it in 7 weeks. You cannot hold it. So we are just enforcing you guys. Come on, you can get a benefit. You can get a benefit for your soul. You can get a benefit for your wallet, and you can make a difference in someone's life.
And that is the Twitter part as well. And now we would love to take a few questions from the live audience. Are you ready for that?
Yes, I was born ready. Let's do it.
Okay, the first one comes from Joe Akla. Joe Akla, I've unmuted your device. You can now ask your question.
And Joe, listening here?
Do you have a question for our guest?
Hey, Joe.
It's Ray. I have unmuted Rehan. Rehan, you can go ahead if you've got a question.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Okay, so you have mentioned that you will have like a NFT marketplace. So in your NFT marketplace, will everyone buy and sell their NFTs, or only it will be like only for verified artists?
Okay, speaking of the marketplace, so far we used already existing marketplaces as OpenSea and Gate.io. If you speak about our 4th year plan, yes, that will be a NFT marketplace where only a verified artist can mint it, though anyone else can participate in funding the artists and using their art to buy NFTs and so forth. So if you speak, can you mint there? No, if you're not an artist, and yes, if you are. But as the user, yes, of course, your NFT will give access to this marketplace, and you can use it whenever you feel suitable.
Oh yes, got it. Thanks, man, for your answer, and thanks, Imperial, for the opportunity.
That's fine. Thank you, Rehan, for your question. I have still brought up Joe Akla. You can unmute your device. Let's hear you.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Hello, Joe.
My question: what is the background of your project? Team do everything, team qualification and experience able to support the long-term development of the project?
Okay, thank you for your question. The experience. We right now we are concentrated and we rely on the freelance that we use. We have a IT specialist that create for us, and we rely on them, as well as the Dmitry Zilov himself, the founder of the project, is the meta psychologist who actually made these formulas came to life and be spread via NFT. My experience is communication. So this is what we're doing right now. We are talking about that. And some other team, they're crypto analysis. And also we have a lawyer who is preparing the white paper documents and some other supplemental documents that will help us out in the big run.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Take a question.
Yes, thank you so much. Up next, let's give it to Son of Sons. Son of Sons, I have your device unmuted. You can now go ahead.
Hello. Waiting for a question.
Can you hear me?
Loud and clear, sir.
Okay, in your website you have mentioned that you will have play to benefit. So playing the benefit, will I bet any amount of the token, or I need to get the USDT stable coin, or I will pay the EUR coin?
Okay, understood. The good thing is that you don't have to put anything in there to be a part of P2B. The only part you have to participate is you have to be a holder of the NFT mascot. That is as the key to the entire ecosystem we are developing right now. And we believe that these NFT mascots, they have to be working as due to through the law of reciprocity, because if you want to have something, if you want to receive something, you have to give something. It's like a universal scale that have to be always in balance, because you cannot get usually you cannot get an education if you didn't pay for it. You cannot get a food if you didn't pay for it, and so forth. So this part is, of course, you put the value in yourself. You put a sum, you value yourself through this NFT, and thus it holds your value that you spend for it. Nowadays, it's money, right? Maybe we believe that in future that will be directly your energy. It's not like dystopia. We believe it will be much more healthy interaction, but something like that. And this is giving you an access to the entire P2B system. And I can tell you one thing: if you use the airdrop right now and you get the NFT mascot that is airdropping as we speak, that actually gives you already a chance to don't even pay a penny for it. You can just give it because you're in the right place and the right time.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Son of Sons. And that was the last
First question.
Yes, thank you so much. That was the last question for today. I think it's time for us to wrap it up now. So let's have you give us some closing words.
Yeah, sure. So as we already speak, we believe that the future that Bitcoin and blockchain holds for us is much more broad that we expect from the conventional exchanges and trading and everything else. We believe that this will be the entire ecosystem that actually will make our society to live in you, to feel in you, to interact in you. And in this system, we believe there is a part of crypto mentality, a crypto church and crypto psychologist office that you can come whenever you feel good for it. You don't have even to leave your room. You can get it here right now with you. Of course, it takes a lot of discipline, or maybe slight of discipline, depends on how lazy you are, because I believe that we are all different, but we all worth it to be filled, to be heard, and to be at the same level, because we believe in equality, not the equality of traits, because we're different due to our specializing points, but we believe we can receive the values of this world equally. And this is why we also not just talking about NFT, but we talk about the creative society, where we can get the life that is much more different than now. So when you're gonna be like 50 or 60 years old, you wouldn't believe how world it changed. You wouldn't even remember how this world operates that we're seeing right now and facing this out of the window. So our NFT is mostly a charity platform, and it provides you with everything that conventional yoga holds. So it's able. We just want to say that all these things all these secret knowledges are no secret no more. We're providing we're providing it, and we also give a tool as the formula, as the psychotherapeutic formula that you can use. It's only you have to get your hand and reach it.
Much for that, and thanks to everyone who tuned in. We wish you guys all the very best moving forward. We will keep supporting. Thanks,
Thank
guys.
you so much, Martin. Thank everyone to be participating here. Have a good one.